Um, Merry belated Christmas. I hope you guys had a wonderful time with your families. I hope you got some well-deserved rest. And I hope you enjoy New Year's Eve and New Year's Day with your loved ones. If you have to go back to work, I'm sorry. But I hope so far you guys had some beautiful times and moments and created memories to last a lifetime. Um, this year has been a very trying year for me. So when I tell you that I am grateful for all of the things that I have and the things that I don't have, I'm very serious about it. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I don't have a husband. I'm grateful. It's funny because a lot of people would say, well, why? You haven't had a husband for a long time. This is why. It's not my time yet. Because God has someone for me. And he's somewhere, maybe I don't know, this is what I think. Honestly, I think he's on a mission trip in Africa and he's backpacking. So he's making his way over here by foot. So it may take him a year, two, three, I don't know. But when he makes it here, it's going to be the perfect time. So I'm okay with that. Um, I turned 42 this year, and that's another blessing because I've had not only this year has been a trying year for me, but many others. I've had years where, I wasn't working for a couple of years. I lost a child a few years back, a divorce under my belt, and, unemployment, financial struggles, hardships, just a little bit of everything. But I'm 42 this year and I'm still standing and I'm standing strong. And I'm happy and I'm proud. And that's what I would like the message for tonight to be, standing strong because you're highly blessed. Sometimes we don't see the blessings coming because they come in disguised. And sometimes in the awful, most awful manner. And unless I'm not going to say you're prepared for it because a lot of the times we're not prepared for these blows that later on turn out to be amazing things and probably the best thing that ever happened to you. But unless you're in that time in your life where you're ready to receive, you're not going to even see it coming. And that's part of being blessed. And that's one of the most beautiful things. And part of being a child of God is to know that it may not be when you want it, and it may not be when you're expecting it. Like, okay, God, I'm here, I'm waiting. It may not be that moment that you're assuming that you're prepared, but you know it's coming. You know that you serve a God, that we serve a God that will not put us in a situation or in a place where we're just gonna sit there in limbo and just have wasted time in our hands. It never works that way. Even in the times when we're thinking that it's a wasted time, it's not if God has anything to do with it. So this year was a year where I was actually able to figure out a lot of things. I was able to analyze my life, look back, reminisce for a little bit, and then realize, you know what? Some things are not meant to be, and there's really not much I could do about it. There's other things that are meant to be, but you know what? Maybe it's not the time yet. Or you know what? This thing I need to get rid of this, or I need to get rid of that, or I need, this I need to change it up a bit, or I need to change my priorities in my life because this is not working for me. Or you know what? I just need to sit back, relax, hand it over to God because I'm weary right now. I can't handle it. I'm tired. I don't know what to do, and let Him do it. And that was what 2016 left me. I also have my mother who now lives in Texas, with my dad, of course. And my mom's health's been difficult. She's been very fragile. She's been very ill. She's been in and out of the hospital a couple of times this year. But this last, actually for my birthday, she spent it in ICU. She was in the hospital for, I want to say, a week or so. And, but she was able to be home for Christmas Eve. And honestly, like I said, it was a blessing in disguise because in all the years that I I remember so many things. I never ever remember sitting with my sisters um, and my nephews and nieces and praying as a family. And that was one of the most beautiful things because for the first time in in a long time, and maybe this is like once in a lifetime situations, but we were all in the same mindset. We were all in the same feeling, and we were all able together to raise my mother up to God and let Him take over our hearts and her health and to do His will. And we were all in agreement with that, and that was a beautiful thing. So sometimes you look at stuff and you wonder, why is this happening for me to me? But guess what? Maybe the whole point of my mother being ill was so that we all come as a family unit and all have the same mindset and all head and look towards God. You know, stuff that we may not consider to be a blessing sometimes turn out to be one of the most beautiful moments of your life. And honestly, my mother's doing so much better, and I cannot take out of my mind how all of us, my three sisters, two of them weren't there, but three of my sisters and their kids and my kids just circled my mom's bed and prayed. And it was a beautiful feeling. And I have never felt so good like I did that evening because for the first time in a long time, I was able to share with my family, my sisters and their kids, what I feel every single day when I come to my Heavenly Father. And I look forward and I believe it and I claim it and I receive it and I just hand it over to God. And I truly, truly believe this is going to happen. 2017 is going to be that year where my family, every single family member represented under my family unit, under that last name, will look to God, come to God, receive God in their hearts. And we'll all be able to be in the same mindset once again, but then it's going to be a continuous thing. And I look forward to that. I look forward to being with my family, with my parents, for as long as God loans me my parents to be here, allows them to be here. I'd be able to hopefully celebrate with them at church also. Being blessed, guys, is one of those things that we are every single day. It's just sometimes we don't acknowledge it, not because we don't care, but because sometimes some stuff may seem so routine to us, and we're so caught up in the routines and schedules of our life that we don't realize those little things. I've had situations where I'm starving to death, but I cannot leave where I'm at because I'm so busy doing whatever it is I'm busy doing, and I have somebody hand me over a bar. You know, stuff that little, stuff that insignificant. It's a blessing in disguise. So hopefully 2017 is not only going to do these wonderful things for my family and in my life, in my children, in my home, but hopefully in your life, in your family lives, in your family's life, excuse me, in your marriage, within your children, within your congregation, within your family unit, within your home, in even workplace. Hopefully you're going to receive God's blessing. You're going to be able to see His constant presence in the things that you do. Hopefully you'll be fulfilled with a wonderful and immense sense of security. You'll be able to overlook the obstacles that life throws you because you're going to be so blessed. You're going to see that as a piece of cake, and you're going to see it as a stepping stone to your next assignment. And hopefully 2017 is going to be those years where you're going to look back and you're going to say, you know what? Thinking about it, it was all a blessing in disguise, and it was all worth it. Because at least for me, guys, everything that I've been through have actually brought me to where I'm at now. I may not be where I want to be, but I'm surely not where I was yesterday. And where I am today is very blessed. And I wish that for you guys too. So, Merry Christmas again. Happy New Year. Be blessed, and hopefully God will give you the desires of your heart. But just remember, in order for you to receive the desires of your heart, you need to look towards God for those things. Ciao, people. See you next time. See you in 2017.